I like to start these videos with a little demo, and you're looking at my demo right now. It's not me, it's all this. It's the air that we're breathing, indoor air. And questions arise. What are we really breathing in? Because when you're smelling something, it means it's going into your body. For example, the great fragrance of toast. What are we sniffing? Believe it or not, this has been explored. There are studies that have been done exactly on this, and the results are really quite surprising. Of course, depending on the extent to which you burn your toast, you get different compounds. But there are dozens and dozens of compounds that have been isolated from toast. And some of these can be nasty. For example, acrolein, which is potentially carcinogenic. There are furans, there are pyrrolenes. All of these can raise some concern. And of course, there's benzopyrene, then there are tiny particles of burnt matter that come off the toast. And that's just one example of the stuff that can make up indoor air. And this has been explored in a fascinating study done by researchers at a house built for that purpose on the campus of University of Texas in Austin. And they equipped that house with all kinds of monitoring equipment that can detect chemicals in the air. And for a month, the researchers and their students were in the house, they cleaned, they cooked, they sweated, and they monitored the air. And they came up with some surprises. For example, on stir frying, dozens of compounds are produced, some of which are carcinogenic potentially, and also a lot of particulate matter. In fact, after they cooked a meal to duplicate a real Thanksgiving meal, turkey and all the trimmings, the particulate matter in the air was more than you find in the air in New Delhi. And New Delhi is recognized as the most polluted city in the world as far as air goes. They also found numerous compounds in the air that came from cosmetics, from shampoos, from hairsprays, from deodorants, and also from human sweat, like squalene, found in human secretions. And then, of course, we expel gases from our body as well. All of those were found to be present in the air. Hundreds and hundreds of compounds, as I said, sometimes in frighteningly high concentrations. What is it doing to us? We don't really know. We know what outdoor air does. We know that people who live near expressways and inhale gasoline vapors and particulate matter, from rubber tires and from burning of fuel, they have higher incidence of respiratory disease, believe it or not, even higher incidence of blood pressure. Now, what does this mean for indoor air? We don't really know because it has not been as extensively studied. But now we know at least the chemicals that are there, and research can be pursued. But remember that if you are smelling it, it's going into your body. So, for example, when I sniff this, I like the odor. That's cloves. Very characteristic odor. Mostly one compound, eugenol, but there are many others as well. Now they are in my body. What are they doing to me? I don't really know. But when you're cooking at home, make sure that the fan above the stove is on. And incidentally, it's also a good idea to use an electric stove instead of a gas stove, because a gas stove produces oxides of nitrogen, and those can be quite nasty. So indoor air, interesting to research, and get rid of all the particulate matter with a vent. But if you can't, maybe you can import some high quality air. I'm told that Winnipeg has the best air quality in the world. How am I told that? Because it says so right here on the can, which I bought in Winnipeg. And it's got Winnipeg air. So let me dispel some of the odor of that toast, right? Ah, clean Winnipeg air.